Good morning. Welcome to the 294th District Court. My name is Chris Martin. I'm going to call this morning's criminal docket. When you hear your name, please say present or here. Justin Bork, Brad Brewer, Brad Andrew Brewer. Okay, I'm sorry, he's outside. Bryce Carroll, I saw Mr. Carroll. Kirkland Huggins, see Mr. Huggins. Amber Morphus, Terry Payne, Terry James Payne, Patrick Rowe, Paula Ackridge Mora, Jody Denton, James Grossel, Dennis Jones, Guy McSpadden, Gage Bullard, and Ms. Tabraham. Ms. Tabraham on Mr. Bullard. If you want to go ahead and have him sign a notice of appearance, have him check in with Todd, then he can go. He doesn't have to stick around. So a motion for continuance was filed in CR 25-278 by your attorney, Mr. Platten. And so the court has granted that motion for continuance and reset you for April 28th. Once you sign your notice and see the pretrial release officer, you're free to go. Trevor Rogers.
Judge,
Go ahead.
okay, Mr. Rogers, it's in Cook County. I've made a information to the state. I would believe Lisa stay on bond. So this case is so resolved, I'll be brought back here.
Okay. All right. We'll recall that case. David Brooks. Brett Gullett. All right. Then we'll have two more later that we will call. All right. We have any counsel that's ready? Mr. Green, you ready? Miss Ackridge Mora, you'll come up, please. This is cause number CR 25-243, State versus Paula Fay, Ackridge Mora, and we are set for pretrial, Mr. Green.
Judge, I do have this trial.
All right, court will set that motion for hearing on the evidentiary docket April 30th at 9 a.m. April 30th, yes, sir. And once she signs her notice, she's free to go. You're welcome. Have any other attorneys that are ready? Mr. White, you ready? Oh, you can just lay right. Yeah, that's. Brett Gullett. This is cause number CR 25-234, State versus Brett J. Gullett for docket call. Final docket call, Mr. White. All right. Has an offer been extended that the defendant's rejecting?
They're on.
All right. What was this offer by the state, Mr. Hernandez? None?
Because the requested, suggested offer proposed by the defense was nowhere near what the state wanted.
Okay, but the state didn't make its own offer?
No.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Gullett, you understand that if you decide to take a plea later, the court can reject that request. You understand that? All right. All right. The court will place Mr. Gullett on the trial docket April 6th. And so, Mr. Gullett, when you appear that day, you will not appear in the courtroom. You'll be placed on the rolling trial docket, and you'll meet with my staff downstairs. They'll have a notice of appearance for you to sign to give you the next date, and the pretrial release officer will be down there for you to meet with them, okay? And Mr. Wyatt will not be required to be here until your case is liable for trial, at which time we'll give you notice. Okay? that all you have, Mr. White?
I'm-
Oh, that's right. Mr. Bork, come on up. This is cause number CR 25-244, State versus Justin Ryan Bork. We are set for arraignment today. Have you had a chance to go over the indictment with your client?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, court enters Mr. Bork's plea of not guilty into the record, finds that he has waived the formal requirements of arraignment. We will set this matter for pretrial hearing. Mr. White, I've got May 12th, which is a Tuesday, or May 26th. Is there one that's better for you? The 12th or the 26th? And if you want to check your phone, go ahead. Okay. All right. Court sets Mr. Bork then for pretrial May 26th at 9 a.m. And once he signs his notice of appearance, he's free to go. Okay. Okay. Mr. Jeff White, are you ready?
Think so.
Okay. This is cause number CR 25-176, State versus David J. Brooks. Mr. Brooks, if you'll come forward. Yes. All right. In this cause, State versus David J. Brooks, it's my understanding that there's no plea agreement at this time between Mr. Brooks and the state. This being the final docket call, court will place Mr. Brooks on the jury selection docket. We'll begin that April 6th. So Mr. Brooks, you'll check in on April 6th, which is next week, and you'll get your notice of setting. You'll sign that, check in with a pretrial release officer, and you'll be reset to the next date, okay?
What day? What's time these?
8:30. And if he reports at 9, that's fine as well. Either way. All right, thank you, Mr. White. Good to see you. Nothing this afternoon? I don't see you on there, but tell you what, if I need you, I'll call you. All right, good to see you. Nice. Mr. Manning working outside with his clients. Sanctions. Is Terry Payne here? Terry James Payne? Still isn't here. All right, this is cause number CR 22-85, State versus Amber Letitia Elizabeth Morphus. Miss Morphus, you're here today requesting the court to amend your community supervision. It appears that you're asking for your period to be extended from the end of April 14th to April 13th of 2029. That's an additional 3 years. You understand that? And during your period, you would be responsible for paying your probation fees. So that'd be an incurred cost, your urinalysis fees, and you're going to have to submit to an evaluation regarding drugs and alcohol. You understand that? And you're asking the court today for this extension. Is that right? And why do you need the extension?
And I'll get a person will pay that tomorrow. And most of it's going to.
Okay. Okay, good. And you're asking the court to approve this because this is what you want to do, not because someone's telling you you have to. All right. All right. The court hereby approves the request, amends the conditions of community supervision for Ms. Morphus. And so, Ms. Morphus, I'm going to have you come over here, meet with the probation officers, and then get you a copy of this amendment. All right. Mr. Manning, are you ready, or do you need some time? Okay. I will just about to go over my sanctions, but if you're ready, then move forward.
Judge, again, Mr. Grossel.
Mr. Grossel. This is cause number CR 25-202, State versus James Chandler Grossel. And Mr. Grossel is set for docket call.
Yes, Judge. Judge, after meeting with my client and go to discovery, we learned that there were reports missing from several officers that were involved in the case. I requested those from the DA's office. And I'm awaiting a response from the police department. I know that the state reached out to them, and we're still awaiting a response from law enforcement.
State.
Your Honor, some of them have come in, we're working on getting them uploaded, once we'll get them uploaded as they come in. But yeah, we expect we should have all of them, received and uploaded here pretty shortly.
All right, court will reset docket call then for Thursday, April 23rd. Do you believe that'll give you enough time, Mr. Manning?
I'm sorry.
That's 3 weeks. Is that gonna be enough time, or do you need more time?
I believe so, but managed to go on to.
Sure, sure.
Judge, as you may recall or may not, Mr. Grossel has been in and out of the hospital during the pendency of this case. And he informed me that he is scheduled to be back and going back into the hospital on April 23rd for a period of 30 days. Is it possible that we set them out? Further?
Is there any objections from the state?
Your Honor, I have no objection, if we were to go to, sometime in May, or I guess possibly in early June, I would ask that if we go that far, that would be a final lot.
And Judge, I will provide the paperwork that we have in the past from Mr. Grossel's admission as well.
All right, court will set Mr. Grossel for final docket call June 4th. at 9 a.m. Who'd you like next, Mr. Manning?
Judge Denton, Jody Denton.
Ms. Denton. This is cause number CR 25-145 State versus Jody Lynn Denton for docket call.
Judge, Denton rejects the offer made by the state, request for set on her selection.
And what was the offer that she rejected?
One of the last discussed was 15 years TCJ and 2005 and 1245 remaining on file.
All right, and Ms. Denton understands that the court may not allow plea negotiations after this.
Yes, Judge.
All right, court sets Ms. Denton for jury selection beginning April 6th next week. So Ms. Denton, you'll report at 8:30 and my staff will give you further instructions that day.
Judge, finally, I'm ready on Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. State versus Dennis Ray Jones, CR 26-14. Mr. Jones is set for arraignment.
I'm sorry, Judge.
He's coming in, Mr. Manning. All right, Mr. Jones is set for arraignment.
Yes, Judge, Mr. Jones' name is spelled correctly, he understands the charge against him as well as punishment, and his plea is not guilty, request to be set up for your trial.
The court enters Mr. Jones' plea of not guilty into the record, finds that he's waived the formal requirements of arraignment. Court will set Mr. Jones then for the pretrial. I'm gonna have to set him on the 30th of this month
Yes,
because my next one would not be till the end of May. So if that's not enough time, then we'll reset it that day.
Judge, probably the discovery, there should be enough time.
Court sets Mr. Jones then for pretrial April 30th at 9 a.m. You ready, Mr. McSpadden? He's a recent appointment on a motion to adjudicate.
Okay, if I may just have a.
Sure, sure. Yeah, go ahead. Brad Brewer. This is gonna be a Sanctions court hearing. All right, this is cause number CR 23-6, State versus Brad Brewer. All right, Mr. Brewer, you were in Sanctions court last month and I ordered a few things. I ordered you to pay $100 towards your probation fees. You complied with that. Ordered you to pay $100 towards collections. You complied with that. I ordered 20 hours community service. It says that you failed to comply and you only worked 9 hours. Is that true?
No, sir.
Okay, so how many hours total did you work? 19 and a half. All right, did you do them all at the same place? All right. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna have you provide that to the probation officers this morning, but you said you're meeting with your probation officer this afternoon? 3:30. 3:30? All right, I'm gonna have you come back on April 30th. All right, and so I need these things to be accomplished. $100 towards your probation fees, $100 towards your collections, court cost collections, and 20 hours community service. All right, 20, 20 hours. So kind of status quo for a little while, okay?
Yes, sir.
And the court will note for the record that Mr. Brewer has been, he's conducted a urinalysis test and that he was clean. It's fine. I'm just gonna sit right there. Mr. Huggins? Do y'all want these now or just have him turn it in this afternoon, his hours? You can come on this way, Mr. Brewer. Come on, Mr. Huggins. This is sanctions court hearing and cause number CR 20-125, State versus Kirkland Wade Huggins. Mr. Huggins, is this new or did you have surgery? 2 weeks ago, what happened? Oh, were you working or? Yeah. Oh, goodness. So, oh, so you had to have surgery? Goodness, goodness, okay. That has been rough. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, looks like I ordered a couple of things, 130 to probation. It says that you paid 65 yesterday. Is that right? Okay, same thing on, and then you paid $80 on court collections yesterday. And you did your 20 hours community service and you were attending counseling. So everything looks good. All right, so what we'll do is I'll reset you also for April 30th. And we'll do the same 130 to probation. And the reason, we've talked about this before, but the reason that they're set like that is because we're trying to get you caught up. Okay. 130 to probation, 80 to court collections, and 20 hours community service. Are you able to work with your hand like that?
Now, I can get a finger and then whenever I'm able to actually run around, they'll really do that.
Okay. So I know that you're kind of working at a disadvantage. So just do the best that you can. If you come up short in any of these things, then we'll have that conversation later. But understand it's tough right now. So just do the best that you can on that, and anything that you can't accomplish, we'll just kind of roll over. Okay. But I want to see your best effort. All right. Hey, so you're doing pretty good. If you'll keep this up for a few more months, I'm sure that the probation department is going to agree with me that we can move you back to just regular probation and let you do that so we don't have you come up here for court all the time, okay? So show me a few more months of compliance and try to get everything in before the deadline, and we'll get you off sanctions court sooner than later, okay? All right, keep up the good work. You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. Mr. Carroll? All right, this is Sanctions Court. KCR 21-208, State versus Bryce Carroll. All right, Mr. Carroll, we, our last meeting ordered you to do a few things. I do find that you are negative on your urinalysis exam today, so that's good. I ordered you to pay $60 to probation. Did you do that? When did you do that? For March. March, today is for March. My records don't show that you paid anything. That's why I'm wondering.
Alright.
Well, yeah, you can certainly pay it today, but what about your 300 to your court collections? You haven't paid, why not? You can pay, so you can pay your court costs of 300 and your 60 today? All right. What about your community service? For March? Well, this, yeah, we're looking at March. So how many did you do for March? Over 30? All right, so you need to, if you're not turning those things in, and my reports say that you're not, either you're not turning them in or whoever, you're supervised where, Dallas County or somewhere? Okay, so either we're not getting those down here in time for me to have my reports updated. So you need to be just bring those things, all right? Get you a copy, bring those things with you so we can verify it down here, okay? All right, so what I need you to do, Mr. Carroll, is I need you, when we're done, I want you to go across the hall and pay your 300 to court collections, and then go across to the probation department and pay your probation fees of 60, okay? And then you'll need to see Miss Burns. I'm gonna reset you for April 30th. And so for this month, we're gonna do the same thing. 60 to probation, 300 to court collections, and we'll do 20 hours community service. Or actually, we'll do 30, I'm sorry, 30. Looked at that wrong. And you'll need to have those things done before you come to court on the 30th, okay? All right, so sign this, come over here and see Miss Burns, and then you'll walk him across the hall. Make sure he pays. Yes. There's those three if you want. Mr. Rowe? This is Sanctions Court for State versus Patrick Rowe. Give me just one moment, Mr. Rowe. I got to read your report here. All right, Mr. Rowe, there's two issues I think that have brought you here today in Sanctions Court. First of all, do you understand what Sanctions Court is? Do you? In your own words, what is it? And well, that could be a motion to revoke, but there's a bigger purpose. You know what the spirit of Sanctions Court is? Sanctions Court is basically an intervention program where we see people who are either not taking their conditions of community supervision seriously, and we're trying to prevent them from having a motion to revoke filed and a possible prison sentence. You understand that? So two issues. One, it appears that the probation department was trying to get you in compliance with your phone and internet devices, And they had to stay on you to get it done. And they said you finally got it done yesterday, but they've been on you for quite a while to do it. And you haven't worked any service since December. And you pled out in December to online solicitation of a minor, right?
I haven't worked,
I know.
I'm 6 hour day, or I was. Didn't know that, I need to report to tomorrow.
Well, no, you report to who you report to, and you do your community service, and then they transfer or transmit all of that data to us. But my report said that we don't have any of that information. But you're saying that you did work, you've worked, how many,
6 hours. 6 hours.
6, 10-hour days, so you've worked 60? And where are you doing your community service at?
Uh,
And that's one of the approved locations for community service by the Smith County Probation Department? Okay.
Or above this, place that now that I work, if they are approved, it's not on their list.
But they've approved it. Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you come back on April 30th. And I need 10 hours of community service. And what I'll do is I'm gonna have my probation department reach out to Smith County to find out why we don't have that information and to verify it. And to just admonish you that if you don't want to be coming back on sanctions court and having to come here and be questioned about your decisions, then you need to be in strict compliance. So if the probation department tells you, you got to do X, you do X. You don't do X at the last minute when they tell you, okay, we're just going to send you to court and you're going to go explain it to the judge and then you comply. If that's the way it's going to work, then you're not going to be a good candidate for probation. We'll just revoke you and you're looking at 2 to 10 in prison. Understand?
I was under this, also with home issue, was that home that wasn't our possession of the device. I just wouldn't have one, and I wasn't using, and then they had a problem getting the whole thing. My fault, I'm trying to say it's not my fault, but it's a misunderstanding on my part.
Okay, good. Well, make sure your probation officer understands that. Go in there, own it like a man, take responsibility, take accountability, and tell them that you're going to be a model probationer from here on out and get them on your side. Okay? All right. So 10 hours community service. We'll come back on the 30th. We need to verify Rachel his 60 hours with Smith County. No, I think he's okay on his fees. That's all that I have was the phone issue and community service. What's your question? Come over here and talk with the probation officers and we'll get that cleared up. And because yeah, you will need to pay those here unless they're collecting them in Smith County, and I'm not sure how they do that. Yeah, just let them know that you need to find out how to pay your court collection fees. She's what? She's late? Yeah. Mr. Manning, you ready? Ready. Mr. McSpadden, this is cause number CR 22-36, State versus Guy Ezekiel McSpadden on the state's motion to adjudicate. Court finds that Mr. McSpadden is indigent, has requested court-appointed counsel. The court has appointed the Honorable Jonathan Manning. And Mr. Manning, this is, I believe, your first appearance. I'm assuming that you will want to reset, or is there another announcement?
Yes, and like we said, I think we are close to a conclusion. I've spoken to the state and probation department, I believe we'll be able to resolve this. We could set it to the 30th, April 30th.
All right, court will set Mr. McSpadden then for April 30th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Schmidt, are you ready on anybody?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers, Blevins?
On Tuesday. It's an issue. He's here this morning. I think Mr. Nicholas coordinated with you.
All right.
Court.
Do you know what that cause number is? You know what that cause number is on Blevins? Yeah, this is the one that we were gonna do the nice on and Clay came in. Yeah. Mr. Schmidt, do you by chance have that cause number with you?
Yes, sir. It's CR 25-0015.
All right, this is State versus Christopher Blevins, cause number CR 25-00154. Go ahead, Mr. Schmidt.
Be on Tuesday, spoke with the state after Tuesday's issues. I think we're still good, but we're gonna identify county one and the time of that warrant, but we could be set this to 11 to complete. On the
All right, court will set Mr. Blevins then for plea April 28th. Will that be a 9 o'clock plea or 1? 9 o'clock?
Mhm.
And Mr. Schmidt, let's go ahead and call Trevor Rogers. He's in Cook.
And
Oh, he does?
yeah. Change.
Oh, it hasn't. Okay.
He's in custody somewhere.
He is, yes. I was wondering, Mr. Manning made an announcement on it earlier, but I saw your name on it. So
Yeah. Did we have?
11:15 on Mr. Hayes, yes. And she will be by Zoom, right? Sure. Don't see any attorneys coming in, do you? You were right. Yeah. No, I'm just saying. All right, court is going to stand in recess until Ms. Harrison gets here. And Mr. Manning is ready on his last client. So court's in recess. All right, court calls, cause number CR 25-47, State versus Chrissy Lee Kaiser. Ms. Kaiser, come on up. All right, I think we're set for docket call. Ms. Harrison, are you still dealing with discovery or subpoenaed records? What's the update?
Out. Got out that day, or right within that time. The issue that we're starting to have is we are getting, responses from, providers that we know existed, and the providers are saying, didn't exist. Like they said, like, not only did they not have any records, but that like she was never at that facility, and she actually was, like, her child was born there. We know. So there's clearly some sort of internal issue. I have a meeting set with their hospital legal counsel to try and see if we can figure out where the disconnect is. It may be something as simple as a name, like a maiden name versus a married name issue. But it's very hard to like figure that out when they can't release any further information outside of exactly the scope of what we've asked for. So we have tried to broaden that scope so that we are getting the widest net cast. But like I said, I also have a meeting set with their counsel to try to figure out.
When is that meeting?
Sorry?
When is that meeting?
It's in 2 weeks. On the 17th,
April 17th?
yes, sir.
All right. State, any objection to the court extending another docket call?
Your Honor, at this point, state would object. The offer that's been made has been pending, and our understanding that if, no matter what the results of subpoenas are, that offer will be rejected. State would ask that this can be broken to the trial docket at this point.
Any response, Ms. Harrison?
Yeah, sure. And if we can, so the allegation in this case is filing falsified records. I think once we get their records and can just demonstrate to the state that they were never falsely filed and they do exist and have existed this whole time, that may resolve the case. It's really kind of the crux of the entire thing.
Your Honor, and if those records were produced, that could certainly be dispositive. At this point, though, Your Honor, the case was filed a little over a year ago. We're on our ninth setting. It's been about 2 months apart. So I think by setting it on the trial docket, Your Honor, I don't think it stops subpoenas from going out and resulting return. So that's what it very well will end up being dispositive. But at this point, I think just going ahead and moving along so that we're not dragging this out indefinitely.
All right, so what I'll do, Ms. Harrison, is I'll go ahead and place Ms. Kaiser on the jury selection docket for May 4th. And obviously, if there's something that is dispositive and the state files a motion to dismiss, the court will grant that. If there's any hearing that needs to be had regarding some type of evidentiary issue, then just notify the court and we can set that on the docket. But we'll go ahead and place her on the jury trial docket, and that, and if things develop, that's fine. You just notify the court. If they don't develop, then she'll go ahead and have replacement on there. That is the rolling docket. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so she wouldn't be reached that day. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, and once Ms. Kaiser signs her notice of appearance, she is free to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, and Miss Kaiser, so on May 4th, you will not report to the courtroom. We'll be picking a jury that day on another case. I'm confident. So you won't report up here. However, my staff will be downstairs when you do report to the courthouse, and they'll have a notice of appearance for you to sign. You can meet with a pretrial release officer, and Miss Harrison's not going to be required to be here because it's not going to be an official court hearing. So you're just going to check in with my staff, receive your reset date. Once your case is likely to be set for trial, I'll notify Miss Harrison and she'll know to be here. If you'll, can you continue to come at like 9:45 like you've been doing it? Does that still work in a break there? Okay. All right. Then, yeah, we'll just do that May 4th at 9:45. Okay.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Manning, we'll go ahead and call Mr. Rogers' case. This is cause number CR 25-283, State versus Trevor Alexander Rogers. And Mr. Rogers is confirmed in the Cook County Sheriff's Office. Looks like for assault causes bodily injury of a family member. Any updates on that?
Yes, it's very.
Yes. All right, in this cause CR 25-283, State versus Trevor Alexander Rogers, the court finds that Mr. Rogers is incarcerated in the Cook County Jail. Court will reset this matter for a pretrial on July 2nd to account for the time that Mr. Rogers is expected to spend in the Cook County Justice Center. Any objections from the state?
No,
All right, and with regards to his bail, Mr. Manning, any announcements?
Yes, Judge, after speaking to Mr. Rogers and standing the rules at bond, they all request that he remain on bond during the pendency. He understands that means he will not be getting credit for this case while he's incarcerated in Cook County. It is his wish that he remain on bond so he can return once he's released from Cook County.
Very well. All right, court will maintain him on bond at this time. All right, I believe that concludes the cases that on my docket this morning, and there is an 11:15 with Mr. Hayes with the appointed judge, Judge Kennedy, who will be appearing via Zoom. So court will stand in recess until Judge Kennedy appears. Okay, yeah. Court call CR 26-15, State versus Terry James Payne. Mr. Payne is not in the courtroom and he was not present at 9 a.m. Sergeant Martinez, if you'll call his name loudly, distinctly 3 times in the courthouse.
Door flag.
All right, Mr. Payne's name being called loudly distinctly 3 times in the courthouse with no response. The court hereby finds he has failed to appear. The court hereby issues a judgment nisi and alias capias on his personal bond. All right, court will stand in recess till 11:15.
Not your.
Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Mic test, mic test. Microphone test. But this. Hello, 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 hello. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Say something that way, say my.
I think you mentioned, yeah.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
They able to.
Do you hear me through this? Do you hear me through this one?
No.
Can you hear me now? How about now? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, sir. No, sir.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
About this
1, 2, 3.
test.
1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Yes. So what it is, it's a setting like on a microphone. It was on this one here, or it should be on this USB one. And I don't know what's it. All right.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Judge Kennedy.
How are you?
We are doing good. I have Mr. Hayes,
Yes.
Richard Smith, the defense attorney, and then Karen Burns is here with, probation.
Okay, where is Karen? I can't see her on my screen. Oh, there you are. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You can go next.
I could see you when you were leaning in, Mr. Schmidt, towards Mr. Hayes.
Oh, we'll push this back here.
Okay, this is not reported. I don't think you have a court reporter, do you, Patty?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you do have a court reporter. I tell you what, unless there's a request to put this on the record, I'm not going to. Mr. Schmidt?
There's no request, Judge.
Okay. It is cause number CR 22-000355, State of Texas Jared Hayes versus Jared Hayes that we're talking about. Mr. Hayes is present with counsel. The probation officer is present. And I'm present because I was notified by Patty that Mr. Hayes was having some difficulties with his probation. And I would like Patty to basically outline whatever the problems have been and see if there's a workable solution.
And Judge, for the court's edification, I'm prepared to call Ms. Burns if you'd like to hear from her pertaining to Mr. Hayes's compliance with his conditions, as well as a request to have the scram device removed.
That's great. Why don't you go ahead and do that then?
Yes, ma'am, I'll do that. Then I'll call Karen Burns.
Ms. Burns, let me swear you in as a witness. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat and state your name.
Karen Burns.
Thank you so much. Mr. Schmidt?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Burns, you are the chief of the Van Zandt County Probation Department, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you are familiar with Mr. Hayes as one of the individuals being supervised by your office.
Yes, sir.
And currently, as a condition of Mr. Hayes's probation, he's required to follow certain conditions, including conditions pertaining to wearing a scram device, as well as a home interlock device. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you
Can
have
you
it?
think, hold on, as far as home interlock, is it really an interlock or is it an in-home device that he blows into at home?
Yes, Your Honor, that's more specifically correct. It is an in-home device in which he has to blow into.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Do you have in your notes how long Mr. Hayes has been supervised by your department?
He's been supervised since February 14th of 2023.
So a little over 2 years at this point.
Yes, sir.
And throughout the period of his supervision, has he maintained a scram device on his person?
He has.
And do you, in addition, and the judge was more specific, he has a breathalyzer device in home, correct?
That's correct.
Throughout the over 2 years of supervision, has he had any positive violations on either the scram or the breathalyzer in home?
No, sir.
So he has not tested positive for alcohol throughout that you're aware of?
No, sir.
Recently, Mr. Hayes had a death in the family where his mother passed away, and he had some difficulty during that time, I think. Is that your recollection?
Yes.
And overall, did he have any violations during that period that warrant any concern in your office?
No, sir.
Okay, so we're here really, it's set on a sanction day, but we're really here to request that the court approve the removal of the scram device.
Yes, sir.
And in that, do you have a professional opinion about whether or not the court should approve the removal of the scram device?
I'll leave that up to the court.
Leave it up to the court. And so with the scram device, Mr. Hayes has to pay roughly $360 a month for that, correct?
Yes, sir.
In addition, we've got the home breathalyzer device that's over $300 a month as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
So with those two conditions of his probation, he's paying close to $700 a month.
Yes, sir.
And he also is required to pay supervision fees as well as his fines and his court costs. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Do you believe that the amount of money that he's required to pay to stay in compliance is burdensome to most individuals?
Yes.
Do you think that based on the nature of his offense and to what he pled guilty to, that the probation department can adequately supervise him with the removal of the scram device?
Yes, we can.
And do you think that the remainder of the home breathalyzer is sufficient to give your office the tools necessary to ensure that he's in compliance with the court's conditions?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Um, Ms. Barnes, does Mr. Hayes have a job?
I don't have that information with me, but I do believe he does work.
Judge, I'd be happy to call Mr. Hayes if the court would like.
Let me just finish what I'm doing here. Do you have his conditions there, Ms. Barnes?
I do not in front of me.
Okay. Do you recall if he was ordered to have a job?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay. When you were asked by Mr. Schmidt about some difficulty that Mr. Hayes had, I guess, during the period around when his mom died, you didn't really flesh that out. What does that mean?
Basically, we were just watching him to make sure that he wasn't deteriorating from the passing of his mother or having a decline or a relapse.
Did he have any missed blows on the in-home?
I don't have that information in front of me.
Do you recall if he had any positive tests, positive blows?
No positive blows.
But you don't recall if he missed any blows?
No, ma'am.
And you don't recall what his job is if he has one?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If you had to pick one device for somebody to have, the in-home or the scram, what would be your choice?
Typically, we choose the in-home.
Why is your preference for the in-home?
It gives them a chance to blow 3 or 4 times a day. And we get reports monthly.
Doesn't the scram provide continuous monitoring?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
And I asked you about if he'd had any positive blows or missed tests. And has he had any positives on the scram?
No, ma'am.
Do you also get monthly reports on the scram?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also notified of a positive result on the scram as it's
Yes, ma'am.
continually monitoring his leg or whatever.
Yes, ma'am.
Once there's a positive on the scram, how long does it take for you to be notified that there was a positive?
They notify us by email with just in a day or 2.
Okay. Thank you. Did you have any other questions, Mr. Schmidt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I don't care if you call him or not. I do want to know what Mr. Hayes is doing with himself, his schedule and things like that.
Yes, ma'am, I'll be happy to call Jared Hayes.
Mr. Hayes, again, you don't have to be sworn, but please raise your right hand. Your lawyer is calling you as a witness. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Keep your voice up, please, and state your name.
My name is Jared Hayes.
Thank you. Mr. Schmidt?
Thank you. Mr. Hayes, as you heard, the court is curious about your current employment. Where do you work?
Big Tex Trailers in West Point,
And do you have is it a full-time job or a part-time job?
full time.
And the judge has also asked Ms. Burns whether or not you've had any positive alerts on either your scram or your interlock. And is it your statement to the court that you have not had? positive alerts on either of those devices.
Correct.
And do you know, and you're paying the monthly fees is about $650 to $700 a month. Is that about what you're paying for those devices?
Correct.
And is that based on, well, let me ask you this, how much do you make at Big Tex Trailers?
Roughly 3,000 a month.
So roughly 3,000 a month, and you're paying your bills as well as your court costs and your fees, is that correct?
Yes.
And can you assure the court that if the court would agree to remove one of those devices, that you will continue to be in compliance with all of your conditions?
Yes.
Now, it has been brought up through me and Ms. Burns that your mother recently passed away, and that was probably, how long ago was that?
December 1st, 2025.
December 1st. So it was fairly recently, and you had some issues with depression and those other things during that period. Did you maintain contact with the probation department and continue to work your conditions through that period?
Yes, I did my best.
And do you think that you're on track to, because we still have a long ways to go with your probation? It's 10 years, correct?
Correct.
So we're roughly 2.5 years into a 10-year probation term. So it's going to be a long haul. Are you prepared to get it together and keep on track and make sure that everything remains in compliance?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
So there were some references to you having some difficulties when your mom died, and I'm sorry about your mom. Sorry to hear that. What kind of difficulties? I mean, did it result in you not reporting to probation? Did you miss some reporting to probation?
No, I didn't miss any reporting. It was just things like I'm attended to AA, and I think I missed probably some of December and January, I believe. But it wasn't too long after that that I got it together.
So, um, that these devices, they're to check up on you, but they're also to help you because when you're on probation for killing somebody, which is what you are, there's not a lot of rope. You know what I mean? You don't have a lot of room. And so to the extent you resent having the devices, or, I mean, I understand it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. It'd be a lot of money for almost anybody. The devices are helping you because they're saying that even in this bad time, Mr. Hayes was able to not have positive blows and not have positive results on his scram, which is, it's a huge benefit to you. Do you see why that's a benefit to you?
Yes, ma'am.
If you didn't have those, you might say, well, I can get away with it this once, and I can get away with that once, and the next thing you know, you've run somebody over. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
How do you, I guess you're not supposed to be operating anything without an ignition interlock. Did you get an occupational driver's license from somebody?
Sorry, what?
Mr. Schmidt?
She asked you if you had an occupational driver's license.
What's the difference?
I don't, well, go ahead.
Yeah, and I believe your license was reinstated after the initial suspension, correct?
Correct.
So it is a valid Texas driver's license.
His suspension was what, 2 years?
I'm uncertain of the answer to that, Judge.
Should have been 2 years. Okay. So really, except for you wanting to not have scram, I don't understand. I was thinking, for some reason, I had the impression that there was a problem with your probation. I don't hear probation really saying that there's a problem. I don't hear you saying there's a problem or that you had any violations. No doubt you're on a short leash because of the offense that you're on. No doubt you're going to be on probation every minute of the 10 years because this is not an offense that you can have early termination for. So that is, that's a little bit of a downer. I get that. but it's better than spending the next 10 years in the penitentiary. And I don't know, let me go back to Ms. Barnes. Is there any problem that you see that Mr. Hayes is having with complying with his conditions of probation?
Not at this time.
Okay. Anything from you, Mr. Hayes, that you're having trouble complying?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I understand Ms. Barnes' preference for in-home. However, you blow an in-home 3 to 4 times a day, and they get monthly reports, and Scram is continuously monitoring you. And I really prefer the continuous monitoring. Neither one of them is an ignition interlock on a vehicle. Do you have your own vehicle, or do you drive company vehicles?
I have my own vehicle.
All right. I'm happy to amend your conditions to provide that you only have the Scram device and let go the in-home, but I'm unwilling to let the Scram go because it monitors you 24 hours a day. So it provides you the protection I was talking about 24 hours a day, not 3 times or 4 times a day. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else from probation?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Schmidt?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Barnes, you want to send me an order, a modified order, amended order for his conditions, and I'll be happy to sign it.
Yes, ma'am, I will.
Okay, perfect. Thank you all very much. I hope you have a nice day.
Thank you.
Judge.
It's Friday, even though it's a Thursday, so enjoy your weekend.
Yes, you
Thank you.
too.
Thank you all.